Alright guys, so here's the chicken that I will be using. It's been thawing all day. I have chicken drumsticks. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to clean this chicken off with vinegar, and then I am going to marinate it. Alright you guys, so one thing I definitely need in my chicken is flavor. This is the chicken after it's been cleaned. I put it into a Ziploc freezer bag and I use this seasoning. And I just put it inside the bag, and this is easier for me because it's faster, it saves me mess, and overall I just like this method better. It's up to you what you want to do. You just make sure the bag is closed really tight, and you literally just shake it up. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge for a little bit, probably some hours. You can marinate overnight, I just don't have that time. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in the fridge, and I'm gonna get started on some of the other stuff after this is done marinating. Alright guys, so I have turned on everything that we're gonna need. This is the oil for the fried chicken, this is the water for the pasta, and this is the water for the corn. For the corn. I've turned the stovetop on just to get it going because this stove takes a little bit long to get things heated. I think it's just because of the way the stove is designed. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for this to heat up, we're gonna get started prepping for the fried chicken. So for the fried chicken, this is what we're gonna need. I'm mixing my fried chicken, what I'm gonna dip it in this, just because I am running out of clean bowls, so sorry about that. Crack 2 eggs into your cup or bowl. And some milk. So this is the concoction. And then using my fork, I'm just gonna whip it up till everything is nice and smooth. This is so that when we dip the chicken, the flour has something to stick to. Alright, so that's pretty mixed. And then I'm gonna take my flour and mix it with some spices. As you can see, I'm not Gordon Ramsay, so I don't have precise measurements for these things. I'm just cooking because I'm hungry. And sometimes on Snapchat, people are like, oh my god, can we get a tutorial? And I'm like, yes. But yeah, so I put this much in. You could take a knife, spoon, or fork, or whatever, and just mix it around. Once you mix it around, you'll be able to see if you put enough spices. I feel like I did not, so I'm gonna put some more. For my macaroni pie, this is the macaroni that I will be using. I put about half of the box in there mixed with some oil and salt. I put oil so that it doesn't stick to the pan, and just some salt for some flavor. You can see this is starting to boil up, so I'm going to put my corn in here. I also forgot that I am going to make roasted potatoes. You want to get these in the oven as early as possible because this is actually what takes really long. Potatoes take 45 minutes to make. So I'm going to put my oven on 350, wash up my potato, and cut it. I keep the skin on my potatoes. You can choose to take it off. So for my roasted potatoes, I'm going to put a little bit of garlic salt. And some of the all-purpose seasoning. And then add some oil in there so that they can roast nicely. You want to shake it up again so the oil can get everywhere. So this is what you should be putting into the oven. Alright y'all, so again you are going to need another red cup and 2 more eggs and some milk and some more spices. This is for the macaroni pie. So while once again you're waiting for everything, you can make the base for it. Crack your 2 eggs. Add some milk again. A little bit of seasoning for flavor. So this is gonna go into the macaroni when it is done. This gives it flavor just because otherwise you'd have just plain macaroni and cheese. You want a little bit of flavor. Alright guys, so the macaroni is done and I did drain it, so we just have straight macaroni. I'm adding our concoction with the egg and just stirring it all together. I also have to add the best parts, the cheese. So I do a blend of cheddar cheeses. 'Cause I love cheese, like literally. Do y'all hear this sound? This is that good sound. You out there good, this is how it's supposed to sound, child. I'm gonna keep mixing. I'm actually mixing with my left hand, so it's pretty awkward, but just add more cheese if you want. If you don't and this is good, then it is good. I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit while we fry our chicken. Alright guys, so this is the final product of the mac and cheese. I like to bake my mac and cheese, so I'm gonna pour it all into this pan. So this is it in its pan, and of course you gotta add some more cheese on top. So when you bake it, it is nice and extra cheesy. So I'm just gonna add all this cheese on the top, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven until the cheese is melted and a little bit brown. Alright you guys, so this is the chicken that we marinated. It's been sitting for some hours. So now is the fun part. Just gonna take each piece of chicken, dip it in the concoction we made, and then dip it in the flour. Repeat it for all however many pieces of chicken you're doing, and then you just put it in the oil, which should be hot by now, and start frying. I'm not gonna show me putting it in just because I don't have a second cameraman or a woman, but I will show you when I am frying it. It's very important to be careful when you're frying chicken because it is not a joke, okay? Alright you guys, so this is how our fried chicken's looking. You want to cook it to get to a nice Popeyes kind of crispy golden brown. It's not there yet, so we're just going to keep on letting it fry. Alright guys, this is our finished product. We have the baked mac and cheese, the roasted potatoes, some corn that I sampled, and then we have our fried chicken looking so crispy and golden and brown. I hope you guys enjoyed this soul food cook with me. Let me know if you guys want to see more, if you have any food requests. And thank you guys so much for watching, and happy eating.